It was exactly 2:47 a.m. when Lorraine, a 71-year-old retired piano instructor, collapsed onto her bedroom carpet. No pain, no loud gasp. Just a quiet thud that startled her dog. What triggered it? Not a dramatic event, but one innocent nightly habit she'd followed for decades without question. A habit that, as research now shows, may be quietly raising the risk of stroke in older adults, especially after age 65. And the scariest part? Most seniors don't even know they're doing it. In this video, we're going to uncover what that habit is, why it silently alters the brain's environment during sleep, and how a few small changes tonight could protect you tomorrow. This is backed by the experience of Dr. Julian Farrow, a retired emergency physician who spent over 3 decades witnessing moments like Lorraine's moments that were preventable. Stroke doesn't always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes it whispers before it roars. A tingling hand, a mispronounced word, a flicker of dizziness you wave off as stress. But the body was trying to speak, and if you're over 65, these subtle warnings matter more than ever. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly 3/4 of all strokes occur in people past this age. But what's happening in the body that raises the risk so dramatically? Why does stroke risk spike so sharply after this milestone birthday? The answer is as straightforward as it is alarming. Our blood vessels, once elastic and vibrant, begin to lose their flexibility. Arteries narrow, plaque starts to build, circulation slows down, and if a clot forms or pressure rises too quickly, it's the brain that bears the blow. One of the largest cardiovascular research projects in history, the Framingham Heart Study, discovered that after age 55, the risk of stroke essentially doubles with each passing decade. But clogged arteries alone aren't the only concern. There are other, less obvious culprits at play. Things many people overlook, like long-standing high blood pressure, which remains undiagnosed in far too many older adults, or chronic inflammation. Even the way common medications and supplements interact in the body can be quietly laying the groundwork for stroke. Still, there's one specific nightly habit, a habit that millions of seniors see as healthy that's now drawing the attention of doctors and researchers alike. It appears harmless, even helpful, but when done before bed, it sets off a chain reaction that makes stroke risk climb sharply. This habit disrupts blood flow, interferes with oxygen delivery, and happens in bedrooms across the country every night. According to Dr. Farrow, he's seen patients like Lorraine countless times. Same age group, same symptoms, same quiet trigger. In his words, it wasn't fate, it was repetition. In the next part, we'll unpack exactly what that habit is. We'll explore why it becomes particularly dangerous with age, what happens in your blood vessels and brain during sleep, and how 3 small, research-supported tweaks can help reduce your risk. This isn't about fear, it's about knowledge, prevention, and practical steps you can take tonight to protect your most vital organ, your brain. So what is this nightly habit that seems so harmless yet quietly increases stroke risk? It's something many older adults have been told is good for them. Drinking a full glass of water right before bed. Now, before you raise an eyebrow, let's be clear. Water is essential. Every cell, every joint, every muscle, and certainly your brain depends on proper hydration. But the timing of that hydration, especially after age 65, matters more than most people realize. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. When you drink water late at night, your kidneys immediately kick into gear. Your bladder begins to fill. At some point in the night, your body sends a signal, get up now. That's when the risk begins. Rising from bed in the middle of the night, especially quickly, can cause an abrupt drop in blood pressure. This is called orthostatic hypotension. And for older adults, it can significantly reduce blood flow to the brain in those critical seconds, raising the risk of blood clots, dizziness, dangerous falls, and even stroke. A 2020 study published in Neurology reported that nighttime blood pressure drops, combined with sudden awakenings, were linked to a 33% increase in stroke risk among people over 65. But it's not just the act of getting up. Interrupted sleep cycles, fragmented REM phases, And the rebound surges in blood pressure that follow these disturbances create a dangerous storm inside an already aging cardiovascular system. And there's another layer. When your body is lying flat, especially in bed, fluids shift. In seniors who already have circulatory or respiratory challenges, this can lead to fluid building up in the neck and airway. That buildup increases the likelihood of snoring, sleep apnea, and breathing irregularities, all of which are known to interfere with brain oxygenation. According to the American Stroke Association, sleep apnea alone quadruples the risk of stroke, particularly in older adults. So the sequence unfolds like this. You drink water, you fall asleep, you wake up at 2 a.m. with an urge to go, you stand up too fast, your blood pressure drops, you return to bed, sleep is disturbed, breathing is shallow, oxygen levels waver. Blood pressure surges again. For blood vessels already worn down by age, it's a stress test they may not pass. And all of it starts with what seemed like a healthy choice, hydrating before sleep. Does this mean seniors should stop drinking water in the evening altogether? Absolutely not. Water is life, especially as we get older. But as Dr. Farrow often explains to his patients, it's not just about how much you drink, it's about when you drink it and how your body responds after dark. That's the key to prevention. And once you understand that, you can make smarter nighttime choices that protect, not pressure, your heart and brain. In the next section, we'll share the 3 simple hydration strategies that Dr. Farrow recommends to his older patients. Practical rules backed by real studies that help preserve sleep, reduce blood pressure swings, and shield the brain from nighttime vascular events. These aren't random tips, they're carefully designed for aging bodies like yours. Let's talk about the 3 hydration principles that Dr. Julian Farrow gives to his older patients. Routines designed not just for convenience, but for stroke prevention during the most vulnerable hours of the night. These aren't radical changes. In fact, they're gentle shifts in timing, habit, and awareness that make a profound difference over time. Rule 1. Stop drinking fluids 90 minutes before bedtime. This may seem like a small window, but that hour and a half gives your kidneys just enough time to filter the excess water and allows your bladder to empty naturally before you lay down. A 2014 study from the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine revealed that people who avoided drinking within 90 minutes of sleep experienced 47% fewer nighttime awakenings than those who continued to sip water up until bedtime. Less waking means more uninterrupted sleep, more stable blood pressure, and fewer risky bathroom trips in the dark. Rule 2. Front-load your hydration earlier in the day. Think of your hydration like sunlight. You need the most of it when your body is awake, moving, and metabolizing efficiently. Dr. Farrow advises seniors to drink the majority of their fluids in the morning and afternoon. When you hydrate during these peak hours, your body absorbs the water more effectively, distributes it evenly, and keeps your brain and heart functioning at full strength. According to the Mayo Clinic, adults over 60 should aim for 7 to 9 cups of total fluids per day, with most of that intake happening before dinner. This helps prevent your organs, especially your bladder, from working overtime at 2 a.m. Rule 3. Hydrate wisely, not just frequently. Not all beverages are created equal. Some fluids strain your system more than others, especially close to bedtime. Avoid sugary drinks. They spike insulin levels and disrupt sleep cycles. Steer clear of caffeine, which acts as a diuretic and causes rebound dehydration. And be cautious with alcohol. Though it may feel relaxing, it actually dilates blood vessels and contributes to nighttime blood pressure instability. Dr. Farrow often suggests a gentle alternative, about half a cup of water with a pinch of pink salt and a squeeze of lemon, taken roughly 2 hours before sleep. This small blend supports electrolyte balance and keeps hydration levels steady without overstimulating the bladder. And if you absolutely must sip water before bed due to thirst, take small sips, not full glasses. Hydration isn't about flooding your system. It's about consistency and balance. The more gentle and predictable your intake, the less your body has to react abruptly in the middle of the night. These strategies aren't just sleep hacks, they're part of a broader shift in understanding how aging bodies work. With age, systems slow down. Processing, regulation, and repair all take more time. That's why these small, smart changes become powerful tools. When practiced consistently, they can help ensure that your blood pressure, your breathing, and your brain function remain as stable and protected as possible while you rest. In the next part, we'll look at how your sleeping position, something most seniors never think about, can silently increase or decrease your risk of stroke. You might be surprised to learn that the way you lie down tonight could shape the health of your brain tomorrow. Many older adults believe sleep is their safest, most restorative time of day, and it can be if your body is positioned the right way. But for seniors, one particular sleeping position could quietly increase the risk of stroke, especially in those already facing blood pressure or circulation challenges. It's not just how long you sleep, it's how you sleep that matters. Let's break it down. When you lie flat on your back with no head elevation, your body shifts into what doctors call autonomic regulation. Your heart slows, blood pressure drops, and your breathing becomes shallow. This is normally a good thing, part of your body's natural rest mode. But as Dr. Julian Farrow explains, for individuals over 65, this shift can become a trap. Why? Because blood flow to and from the brain changes in subtle but significant ways when you're completely horizontal. Without gravity's help, venous drainage from the brain slows down. Younger adults can compensate for this with ease, but older adults whose neck veins may already be weakened and arteries less flexible can experience small but dangerous spikes in pressure inside the skull. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Stroke and Cerebrovascular Diseases found that older adults who slept flat were 23% more likely to experience nocturnal stroke, especially if they had hypertension or vascular inflammation. That's not a small number. And if you snore, have sleep apnea, or even mild breathing disruptions, the risk becomes even more serious. Lying flat tends to narrow the airway, leading to pauses in breathing and sudden oxygen drops. This causes a rebound effect. Blood pressure dips, then surges high again, then drops once more. Over time, this roller coaster weakens blood vessels in the brain, making them more prone to rupture or blockage. So what's the safer sleep alternative? According to Dr. Farrow, the answer is elevation and side positioning. Using a wedge pillow or an adjustable mattress to raise your upper body by just 10 to 30 degrees can significantly reduce these overnight risks. This gentle incline helps gravity assist in returning blood from the brain, opens the airway, and minimizes pressure fluctuations. If you suffer from GERD, congestion, or nasal blockage, this position brings added relief. But there's more. Sleeping on your left side has also been shown to help brain health. A study from the Journal of Neuroscience noted that side sleeping supports better drainage of waste and toxins from the brain, potentially aiding in long-term neurological protection. While there's no single perfect sleep position, these gentle modifications, elevating your torso and supporting your neck, can dramatically reduce vascular stress. What's important is this: don't sleep fully flat. Don't pile too many pillows under your head either. That can kink your airway. Instead, support your shoulders, neck, and head in a smooth line. Choose a sleep position that allows you to breathe easily and maintain healthy blood flow. These seemingly small adjustments can be the difference between vulnerability and protection, between disrupted sleep and healing rest. In the next part, we'll explore something often overlooked: your bedroom environment. From lighting to temperature to hidden electronic threats, you'll learn how your room could be working against your brain and how to turn it into a true sanctuary for healing sleep. It's easy to focus on medications, diet, and doctor visits when thinking about brain health. But many seniors forget one crucial factor: their bedroom environment. What if the way your room is set up, the temperature, the lights, even your devices, was quietly working against your heart and brain while you slept? Let's start with something simple but powerful: temperature. Many older adults prefer to keep their rooms warm at night. After all, cold feet and stiff joints aren't exactly comfortable. But studies show that overheating your room can be dangerous. According to research published in The Lancet, colder nighttime temperatures within reason actually reduce the risk of stroke, while excessive warmth can constrict blood vessels and spike nighttime blood pressure. For seniors whose arteries may already be rigid or inflamed, this pressure change is risky. The ideal sleeping temperature, between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. This cooler range helps your body fall into deeper stages of sleep, keeps inflammation markers lower, and encourages healthy blood pressure rhythms. And yes, it might mean wearing socks or using an extra blanket, but your brain will thank you. Now let's talk about light. Blue light, specifically. Many seniors enjoy watching television before bed or scrolling on a tablet to relax. Some even fall asleep with the screen on, but those glowing screens emit blue wavelengths, which suppress melatonin, the hormone your brain produces to fall and stay asleep. Without enough melatonin, sleep becomes shallow and fragmented. But here's what's even more concerning. Melatonin also plays a role in protecting your brain from oxidative damage. A 2016 study in oxidative medicine and cellular longevity showed that melatonin had strong antioxidant effects, helping guard blood vessels from the kind of wear that contributes to stroke. What can you do? Turn off screens at least 1 hour before bed. Use amber or warm-toned lights in your room instead of bright overheads. Install blue light filters on your devices if you must use them. And consider switching to softer bedside lamps with adjustable warmth. Think of these as small investments in your brain's nightly healing process. Lastly, there's the emerging concern of electromagnetic interference. While the science is still developing, early studies like the one in electromagnetic biology and medicine suggest that sleeping near Wi-Fi routers, smart speakers, or plugged-in phones might interfere with sleep quality in sensitive individuals, particularly older adults. Some stroke rehabilitation centers already recommend turning off wireless devices at night or placing them in airplane mode. The goal isn't to live in fear of your electronics. It's to create a sleep sanctuary. Move your router to another room. Unplug unnecessary devices. Dim the lights. Keep the air cool and clean. These steps, though small, reduce the background stress your body feels while you sleep. And when it comes to stroke prevention, removing those microstressors can be a game changer. In the next section, we'll explore 3 nighttime rituals used in top stroke recovery centers. These calming habits don't just help you fall asleep faster, they actively prepare your nervous system and circulatory system for safe, deep, healing rest. And they might be the missing piece to your nighttime routine. Imagine ending your day not with racing thoughts or physical discomfort, but with 3 gentle, purposeful habits that not only help you fall asleep faster, but also safeguard your brain while you sleep. These aren't trendy hacks, they're clinically recommended routines used in stroke rehabilitation programs across the world, from the United States to Germany to Japan. And they're now being taught not just to patients recovering from stroke, but to older adults who want to prevent one. Let's begin with the first one, the neurological wind down. Before you get into bed, take 5 quiet minutes to calm your nervous system. Start by rolling your shoulders in slow circles, 10 times forward, 10 times backward. Then gently tilt your head from side to side, followed by lowering your chin softly toward your chest. These aren't stretches for fitness. They're movements that activate the vagus nerve, your body's main control switch for rest and relaxation. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Neurology showed that adults over 65 who did these simple motions before bed saw a 17% reduction in nighttime blood pressure spikes. Add in deep breathing. Inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly for 6, and you'll begin to feel your heart rate slow, your mind clear, and your body prepare for deep, undisturbed sleep. Second, let's talk about the circulation reset, an easy pose with powerful results. Lie down on your bed and elevate your legs, either by resting them on a few firm pillows or placing them gently up against the wall. Hold this position for 5 to 10 minutes. Why? All day long, gravity pulls blood downward into your lower limbs. For seniors with vascular issues, this can cause pooling, swelling, or sluggish return of blood to the heart. By elevating your legs, you help reverse that flow, encourage lymphatic drainage, and lighten the load on your cardiovascular system. In a small trial published in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology, Older adults who performed this ritual nightly reported fewer leg cramps and more stable morning blood pressure after just 2 weeks. Third, the sleep cue ritual. This one taps into your brain's love for repetition. Stroke clinics often use sensory anchors to train the body to recognize that it's time for rest. Pick one sensory signal, a scent, a sound, or a gentle touch, and use it consistently every night. For example, apply a dab of lavender or chamomile oil to your wrists, or play 5 minutes of ocean wave sounds, or massage a little magnesium cream into your calves. The key is consistency. The more often you pair this cue with sleep, the faster your brain learns to associate it with winding down. A Japanese clinical trial found that older patients using these cues fell asleep 28% faster and had significantly fewer night awakenings within just a week. You don't need fancy equipment or expensive products. You need intention and routine. Mobilize your body. Help your circulation reset. Send a clear, calming signal to your brain that it's time to sleep. When done together, these 3 habits create a triangle of protection: nervous system regulation, vascular support, and mental conditioning. And over time, they become more than just rituals. They become your body's nightly defense. In the next section, we'll uncover a more hidden threat: certain medication and supplement combinations taken at night that, while seemingly safe, may be quietly increasing your risk of stroke. We'll break down the 5 most concerning pairings based on case data and clinical research and what you can do to avoid them. Let's talk about something many seniors never think twice about: their bedtime pill routine. A few prescription medications, maybe a supplement or 2. Nothing unusual, right? But what if I told you that certain combinations taken at night, though well-meaning, may be silently increasing your risk of stroke? According to emergency room data and recent medical research, these pairings can disrupt your nervous system, destabilize blood pressure, and create hidden dangers while you sleep. Let's start with a common one: blood pressure pills and water tablets, diuretics. Many older adults take both before bed, thinking it's just routine. But at night, this combo can send blood pressure crashing too low, a condition called nocturnal hypotension. When blood flow to the brain dips during sleep, especially in the early morning hours when strokes are most common, the risk becomes very real. A major study called the Hypertension Optimal Treatment Trial found that seniors who took diuretics at night were twice as likely to experience dizziness, fainting, or early morning ischemic events. The fifth: talk to your doctor about moving diuretics earlier in the day and track your nighttime blood pressure with a simple wrist monitor. Next, sleeping pills mixed with antihistamines. That over-the-counter sleep aid, paired with something like diphenhydramine or a nighttime allergy tablet, can create a risky level of sedation. For older adults, this can suppress breathing and lower oxygen levels, especially in those with undiagnosed sleep apnea. A 2020 review in Drugs and Aging showed that this combo increased nighttime confusion, heart rate variability, and even stroke-like symptoms in adults over. The body slows down too much, and that's when things go wrong. Third, blood thinners plus natural anti-inflammatories like turmeric or omega-3. While these supplements are often taken for heart health, their blood-thinning effects can amplify the power of medications like warfarin or clopidogrel. The result: a quiet but serious risk of internal bleeding, including in the brain. A 2018 meta-analysis in thrombosis and hemostasis highlighted how underreported these interactions are. Many seniors assume natural means safe, but when combined with prescriptions, the effects can be anything but. Then there's the overlooked danger: statins and grapefruit extract. You may have heard about grapefruit juice and cholesterol meds not mixing, but grapefruit supplement capsules can be even more potent. Grapefruit blocks an important liver enzyme that helps process statins. Without proper metabolism, the statin builds up in your blood, increasing the risk of muscle damage, pressure swings, and even vascular strain. A study from UNC found that seniors taking simvastatin or atorvastatin with grapefruit extract had statin concentrations up to 5 times higher than safe levels. And finally, antidepressants combined with herbal calming aids like valerian, St. John's wort, or CBD oil. This combination may sound like a natural way to relax, but it can create too much serotonin in the brain, a condition known as serotonin syndrome. It leads to blood pressure instability, rapid heartbeat, tremors, and confusion. In extreme cases, it can trigger vascular events. A 2019 psychopharmacology study flagged the issue, especially in seniors who metabolize substances more slowly. While these combinations don't affect everyone the same way, the message is clear: don't mix without clarity. Talk to your doctor, share your full routine including supplements. Don't assume safe means harmless, because when your body enters sleep, it becomes more vulnerable, not less. But here's the good news. Everything we've covered, from hydration timing to sleep position, from room setup to nightly routines, from pill pairings to sensory rituals, works together. These are not isolated tips. They form a complete picture, a plan of protection, peace, and restoration. Because healing isn't something that only happens in the hospital. It happens in your bedroom, in the way you drink, the way you lie down, the sounds, the scents, the silence you create. It happens when you become intentional about rest, because your brain depends on it. Stroke prevention doesn't start with panic. It starts with awareness. And tonight, with just a few mindful shifts, you can give your heart and mind exactly what they've been asking for: a safer night and a stronger tomorrow.